Well, hello, my lovely friends. It's Tuesday again, back as a guest designer for the Pink Camera. And today is Mixed Media Monday, the 8th of August. And I'm doing something a little different than you might expect. I had some original plans on how to do this layout, and it totally went another direction. And I'm primarily using this really pretty line. It's very masculine, and I believe it's called Good Times. And it is a fantastic quality paper. I really love it. And I really liked this background of the little X's. Oh, I know what it's called. It's called Goodfellows. Sorry. Um, but this ended up going, like I said, a totally different direction. And I didn't want to waste it because I did like those little X's. And you'll see what I do here with some just inks that I had in my stash and some of those little cheapy Artist Loft paints. And I'm going to get really messy and kind of go with the colors in the Goodfellas collection. There's a bunch of oranges and yellows and greens, and you'll see it gets very messy. But then once it dries, I'm like, well, that's just a little too heavy. And so I pulled out the epoxy stickers that come with that line, and they had these beautiful diamonds in there. And I was thinking, you know what? I think I'm going to mimic the shape of those diamonds with this mixed media background. And so you'll see how I convert this into a whole different spread here in just a minute. But I did want to share with you that the Pink Camera store is up and running, and it's a Canadian shipper. And look, I'm showing you the diamonds there. And she has goodies that are brand new on the market and in her store. So I encourage you to go check that out. Maggie Milo is the owner of that store, and I'm sure you're probably familiar with her. I am not the best when it comes to geography, or not geography. Oh my gosh, why do I always say that? I always say geography and geometry backwards. I don't know why. Anyway, geometry. Um, it's funny because, my degree is accounting and finance, and yet for whatever reason, geometry is just a spatial relation that never worked for me. So I'm trying to cut these straight. As you can see, it doesn't really happen, and so I have to go back and kind of trim them up. But I'm just kind of picking and choosing where I want those paint splatters and which ones I want to be cut into diamonds, and that is going to get added to a background. And then I'm going to also add those epoxy stickers in the Goodfellow line along with them. So actually, I'm just trying to get the shape of the diamond um, close on each side and kind of make them level. And so, you know, I end up using my scissors on some of this. But in the end, I think it turns out really well. I did end up adding some other pieces of the paper, and instead of it just being all that mixed media background, it also has some of the paper that's cut into half of those diamonds, just like the epoxy stickers look, because some of them are two-tone. And then I cut a large piece of that background paper, and I'm going to use it to layer the picture with. This is a picture of me and Bab, and I'm just going to put all of this on the White American Crafts cardstock. That's an old die cut that I can't remember. It was one of the original ones I downloaded from Silhouette or got for free or something. And I took that gorgeous, it's almost like a very, very heavy craft paper from the Goodfellows line. It's got little arrows all over it, and I used my Silhouette to cut out that heart film strip circle. And so I'm just adding some elements here, those epoxy stickers that are in the diamond shape, and the diamonds that I just created to mimic them and that mixed media background. This yellow wood veneer was literally something I sprayed so long ago. It was just sitting in my little spray box, and I kept looking at it, never doing anything with it, but it found its way onto this layout. And I'm adhering those down just kind of randomly. I'm not really paying much attention. I do add some of the epoxy ones on top of the larger mixed media ones. And there's a couple that are just kind of plain. And then some of those scraps are from the Goodfellas line that I'm just layering behind the picture. And okay, these are super cool. These are the wood veneer that come from the Goodfellas, and I spray inked them, and I love that mustache. It's so cute. And there was also an epoxy mustache in the sticker line, so I'll end up using it too. And a little heart and an arrow, and so you'll see me add all that here in a minute. This was another just old silhouette cut file that I had, and I cut it out of some of the paper as well, and I'm just adding that to the background. But I think my favorite piece of the wood veneer is the one that says "My Guy," and when I sprayed it, I love how it came out, and it just, that wood veneer took that ink so well, and it gets layered on top of that yellow circle that has the pinked edges. So here I take some of those epoxy stickers. I'm going to add those. There's that arrow. And that cute little epoxy mustache. It's so adorbs. I love that. A little heart, and then the heart that comes inside the heart is going to go just to the right of that wood veneer mustache that I inked. And he does wear glasses, so I thought that was very fitting. And there's that super cute little wood veneer that says "My Guy." Alan's so cute in that picture. Oh. Yeah, and I punched out a little circle from one of the scraps from the Goodfellas paper, and I love the quality of that paper. I want to say it's by Fancy Pants, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think so. But it's a super cute line. There's a couple of those perler beads that I melted down and made into enamel dots that you'll see me add as well. That's what these are. So I like pulling from my old stash and kind of mixing it up and adding here and there. So I made those a while back. I know some people are using the Nuvo crystal dots, but I never bought those. I did end up getting one in a kit, but I haven't even tried it yet. So, and now I'm just going through some really old stash, seeing what might work on this layout. But I think there's one more. Yeah, that sticker's going to go on the top of the picture. Yeah, up there. And then I'm going to add some sprinkles. Oh yeah, that did make it as well. But that kind of wraps it up. I just used a light hand when I added my sprinkles, and that's it. I hope you liked the video. There will be still pictures at the end. I did, really enjoy bringing this to you. I love being a guest designer for the Pink camera. If you, like the video, thumbs up. If you need some of the product, go check out the store. I've got information at the end of this after the still pictures. And I will talk to you later. But ta-ta for now. Bye.